And if you don't have awareness, then you are going to start having warning signs like posture related pain. You will have that stiffness, you will have that tension, you might have some weakness, decreased function. So you might notice yourself that, yeah, you go into your workouts and it doesn't feel right, or you're not sure how to move. And I get this a lot too. And you can't really, even if you want to be more active and you want to make a lifestyle change and start working out and jump into it, if your body is not moving efficiently, then you are going to have a harder time. You might even be risking injury. And I have so many people coming to me, and I can't have them doing 100 squats if they don't know how to do one right. And we can't we can't focus on changing something that we are not aware of. So that's part of these posture programs, is to develop that awareness so you know how to feel into your body and how to find that best available posture for you.
Namaste, beautiful souls. I'm Shilpa, and you're tuned into the Omni Mindfulness podcast, a sanctuary for spiritual entrepreneurs. As a holistic mindfulness coach and social marketing strategist, I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey. On this show, we explore captivating stories and provide practical tools that deepen your connection with your authentic self. Through the personal and professional narratives of remarkable individuals, we expand our consciousness and ignite the spark of possibility. Each season, I curate content that empowers you to create a holistic lifestyle encompassing spirituality, mindfulness, energy awareness, and mindset. Join me as we engage in conversations with experts in their respective fields and share solo casts from yours truly, all aimed at supporting you and relaxing, revitalizing, resetting your body, mind, and spirit. I'm your host and the visionary behind Omni Mindfulness. So what if just one story had the power to shift the trajectory of your life? What if you could become an instrument in helping others realize their true selves? And what if your soul's higher purpose lies in experiencing the joy of Omni Mindfulness? Remember, it's never too late to rewrite your story. Welcome to Season 7 as we embark on an exhilarating journey into energy awareness. In July, we explored the driving forces that fuel the lives of my guests, uncovering their passion and purpose. In August, we delve into the profound connection between somatic movement and vitality. And finally, in September, we explore holistic awareness, where mind, body, and spirit unite for transformative experiences. Stay tuned for insightful conversations, expert guests, and tools to cultivate conscious energy awareness. So let's dive into the season of energy awareness together. I am so delighted to introduce you to my next guest, Anna Wood. Anna is a certified personal trainer and corrective exercise specialist and founder of Shaped by Strength, combining her professional experience and her personal insights as an eating disorder survivor. Anna focuses on creating quality fitness programs that are both empowering and safe. Shaped by Strength was created by Anna as a response and in opposition to the harmful and deceptive practices of the fitness industry she fought to overcome during her eating disorder recovery. Shaped by Strength offers safe, healthy, life-enhancing training and philosophies to stand out in a world where 99% of programs focus on weight loss and being skinny, regardless of how it impacts your health. And without further ado, here is Anna. Anna, what a pleasure to have you today.
I'm so happy to be here.
Well, to start off, I have always been so fascinated since I got to know you with the name of your company. And if you could share that and a little bit of any story behind that. It clearly has a story.
Yeah, it definitely has a story. The name is Shaped by Strength, and it's very personal to me. I don't know if you know this, but before I became a personal trainer, I used to have an eating disorder. And for me, it was always throughout my life, movement was very important. I used to do martial arts in high school. I used to compete. And, that was like a very different type of movement. It wasn't really focused on appearance, it was focused more on performance. But throughout college, I kind of got into a really bad place, and I listened to a lot of bad fitness advice, which it floats out around there and you think it's harmless, but the more and more you take on, the more seriously you take it, it can take you down to a really dark place. And I discovered that for myself. And as I was coming out of that, I knew that I wanted to keep moving. I knew I wanted to keep exercise as a part of my life. But I started wondering, how can I do this while also maintaining that progress that I made, and not make it about weight, or not make it about um, how do I look, and necessarily manipulating it. And when I first got back into the gym after my eating disorder recovery, I remember I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I promised myself that whatever I look like, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to, I will probably have those thoughts come up, but I'm going to say it's okay. I'm here to get stronger. I'm here to get my life back, to get my vitality back. And whatever it ends up looking like, that's what it's going to look like. And I got into lifting weights actually. And I remember after a couple of months of lifting weights, I looked into the mirror and I saw these little muscles where there haven't been any before. And I saw those little shapes. And like, I actually love this, because I wasn't looking at like, oh no, I look bigger. I was looking at like, wow, that's my strength. That's me coming down here and lifting the small weights at first, and then lifting something bigger, and then lifting something even bigger. I'm shaped by strength. So that's how I came up with that name, and that's the meaning behind it. And it doesn't have just one look, because strength, the way I define it, strength is overcoming something that has the potential of breaking you. So your strength, it doesn't have to mean anything about your looks. It can be whatever that strength means for you.
I think that that message truly resonates with so many of us. Particularly, I feel I'm one of those many women who was influenced by those external numbers and judgments on what it means to be considered of beauty, perhaps. However, with wisdom, I've understood that sometimes it's more important, at least not sometimes, it's more important, how do I feel? Do I feel good? And that feel good is tied to the strength that I have and how healthy I am. The vitality, that word truly again resonated with me when you said the vitality, because you could be looking great from the outside, but you may be feeling sluggish or completely exhausted if you're not nourishing yourself. So Anna, yes, absolutely. And I love the name.
Thank you.
So what are you doing now in regards to your passion with your company? And perhaps give us a little bit of a timeline where you started and now where you are with your projects.
Yeah, so I started personal training about 6 years ago. And I've had my company for about 5 years. And for the first couple of years, it was just in-person training. And then, the global pandemic happened. So I had to move over to Zoom. I had to move everything completely online. And that's when I started working on online programs. My first program was actually an on-demand program for scuba divers. I collaborated with another business, some friends of mine who are scuba instructors, because they were like, coming to me and they said, we have our students and scuba is very demanding and it's very complex and there's really no training program for it that we were able to find and would love to have this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that was my first completely online on-demand program, and it was a really great learning experience too. It came out about a year ago. So since then, I've been focusing a lot more on online programs. Right now, what I want to do is at the end of this year to come out with a level 1 program, so kind of like a beginner workout program. And even before that, because what I discovered is a lot of times I have people coming to me and the beginner level is kind of too hard because they have a lot of things going on with posture. They had a lot of things going on with, I don't even know how to know if my core is working. I can't feel my core working. I can't feel my glutes working. So I'm going to, before I get to the level 1, I'm going to do like some posture mini courses, some function mini courses. I'm going to do one on neck function because that's my personal challenge too, because I spend so much time on my computer, so much time on my phone, and I can feel it like, ooh, it gets so tired, like yeah. So like, how do we get rid of that, and how do we move towards better function, better posture? And I'm kind of like going to go down the line and see like if you have some trouble with your neck, if you have some trouble with your shoulders, if you have some trouble with your core, what does it mean to have my core engaged? So it's that very simple, basic. They are going to be very quick courses. So if you only have 5 to 10 minutes a day, you can definitely jump in these and get them done. And you will definitely see difference in a couple of weeks.
And that is so relevant for the women that I engage with, the audience. We are female entrepreneurs, and we are often, in my case, and I think that resonates with you, we're in front of our computer, or perhaps like before we hit record, we're in front of our iPhone, bending our neck. And that posture element is so critical. Metaphorically, it reminds me of something. During COVID, I took ukulele classes and with this teacher. And for the first several lessons, all he had us do was understand the position and feel the instrument without jumping in with notes and playing it. It's similar to our body, really learning to listen and feel. Sometimes if I haven't worked out in a while, it's hard to remember, well, what's the glute?
Yeah. And that's kind of like number one when it comes to posture is awareness. And you can either have awareness or you can have warning signs. And what I mean by awareness is just knowing the difference between and I don't want to say bad posture because I know there is so much judgment around this and it can feel like, oh no, I have bad posture, like they told me to stand up tall. Like, no, it's the way I like to say it's inefficient movement patterns and something that's more ideal or the best available for you. Because you might not be able to get to an ideal posture immediately, but you can do something that's a little bit of an improvement for you, and the next time it gets better. So awareness between where my body is right now, am I in my best available posture, and can you consciously go in there and change your posture, whether just by thinking about it and immediately correcting it, or by doing a program, or by catching yourself in your daily habits. And if you don't have awareness, then you are going to start having warning signs like posture related pain. You will have that stiffness, you will have that tension, you might have some weakness, decreased function. So you might notice yourself that, yeah, you go into your workouts and it doesn't feel right, or you're not sure how to move. And I get this a lot too. And you can't really, even if you want to be more active and you want to make a lifestyle change and start working out and jump into it, if your body is not moving efficiently, then you are going to have a harder time. You might even be risking injury. And I have so many people coming to me and I can't have them doing 100 squats if they don't know how to do one right. and we can't, we can't focus on changing something that we are not aware of. So that's part of these posture programs, is to develop that awareness so you know how to feel into your body and how to find that best available posture for you and how to improve on it.
And you really zeroed in on a concept that I think about, write about a lot, even writing a course around it, is awareness and the shifts that need to occur, whether it's a mindset, mindfulness, spiritual, or like you said, a physiological shift. If you're not aware, it can affect you. And like you said, it can also harm you.
Yeah. And I like to think about everything is connected. So your body is connected to your mind, and especially with posture, like if you don't have the ideal posture, then you are going to notice things that are not just in your body but in your mind as well. Like if you close your shoulders down, like if your shoulders are forward and you don't have your airways open that much, your breathing is more shallow. If your core is not working properly, your breathing is not working properly. So you have that more shallow breathing. You might have more anxiety. You might have more tension in your body. If you have all of that tension from that shoulder shrugging up, I'm on my phone, I'm on my computer, then you might get tension headaches. So it's all connected, and really just how much of an influence it has on your mood, and even just on your confidence and your self-esteem. And again, not just how your body looks, but knowing that I can function that well. And it's not necessarily something that you have to accept, or something like, yeah, I'm just aging. Like, no, like there's things that you can do at whatever your age is.
I agree. And I am such a proponent for being proactive with a very deliberate mindset that you can shift for the better, regardless of your age. I mean, obviously, you want to be cognizant of anything that's occurring as you age, but it's nice to know that you are now spearheading this in a way that helps the next generation of girls who may not have understood that your value is deeper and how you arrive, whether it's your posture or your awareness of other things in your life, it really will change the quality of your life. So, how can people learn about your upcoming series, and perhaps you can even get them excited about what the flow will be like?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm at shapedbystrength.com. That's a really good place to find out everything about all of the programs I have, all of my social media links, and sign up to my newsletter as well. I will actually have a special promotion for these new mini courses that's only coming out in my newsletter. So you can follow me on Instagram. I share snippets of workouts, I share tips, but the promo code, that's only going to be on my mailing list. So you have to sign up to the newsletter for that. And kind of like the idea of this is to have tissue release, to have stretches, to have a little bit of very focused strength training. So don't think of it as like squatting or deadlifting. But for example, for your neck, like how can we, because we can stretch, but sometimes the more you stretch, like okay, you might be doing a little bit of a difference, but you need to also look at something is tight and I'm stretching it, but also what are the muscles that are not strong enough that should be holding me in that position, and how can I strengthen those? So it's a very deliberate format of, we have those stretches, we have the tissue release, so you can get that immediate relief and you feel like you can move better. And then we have that strengthening in there, so you will have lasting results and you will be able to create that awareness and get yourself back into the right posture.
And Anna, if there's one thing you could share as perhaps anyone who's often in front of their computer or their iPhone, any micro tip
Mm-hmm.
you can share. And obviously, they can learn more from your videos, which I've seen and I love on your social media. But for the audience that's tuning in today, any micro tip? for posture?
Absolutely, yeah. So I will just go with the neck one. And this is something that I do. And this is something that I do just like throughout the day. And this goes into the tissue release. And it's really simple and you don't need anything for it. So this is really super basic, but you are going to feel it pretty immediately. And, like you see people do this neck stretch a lot. And that's an okay stretch. I actually like it. But even before we do that stretch, we can do some tissue release. So right here, you have your trapezius at the top of it, and you are going to take 2 fingers. So we are going to apply on the middle of this muscle, just some very gentle pressure. If you need more, you can increase it. So we are going to take those 2 fingers, just pop on right there, and we can relax your shoulders. When we have those 2 fingers, we have that gentle pressure, and then we are going to slowly go through some movement. So I'm just going to move my head to the side. Remember to breathe. We're just going to hold it there, relax that other shoulder too. And we are going to move through that movement very slowly. And then when you release, you might already feel that it feels a lot less tight. And it's that combination of that gentle pressure and the movement. And this is kind of like giving yourself a little bit of a massage. So this is the type of tissue release that I talk about. And you can use a foam roller, you can use a massage gun, but you don't need it. You can just have your 2 fingers. And this is something I do a lot throughout the day, just like get on there and just move my head a little bit. It also gives you a chance to intentionally relax and just breathe.
I felt a release, and I actually heard a little bit of a kind of a snap, but not like a bad one. It's almost as though there was a release of tension.
Yeah, like these muscles right here on the side of your neck, they can get super duper tight. And before I started learning about this, like I was already a personal trainer and I was teaching so many spin classes too. And I was always in this posture and I was also a little bit anxious about things. And I would always just like shrug my shoulders up. And it was like so hard for me to release it. And I started getting this pain like in the middle of my back, like around my shoulder blades, like in between the shoulder blade and the spine. Like I think a lot of people can relate to this one specifically. And I was foam rolling it, I was doing the little massage ball on it, I did cupping. I even went to a physical therapist friend of mine, like, okay, like what do you do? And they were like doing all of these stretches for like my middle back. And when I was learning about posture more, I realized that my middle back is actually not the problem. Like I don't need to stretch that area. It's already too stretched because these muscles here in my neck, we are pulling up with the upper traps. So what I have to do is I have to go in there and relax these. So whenever I would feel that pain in my middle back, I would go and I would relax up here. And it doesn't seem like logical because like, hey, I have pain in one area, so I'm just going to go in there and like massage in there. But it might be something that's related but not at that same area that actually needs the attention. And ever since I realized this and I started stretching the areas that actually need stretching, that's when that pain started to go away.
I've heard that's even true for sciatic pain, which I went through after having my baby. And for the longest time, I would try to put pressure or massage in the sciatic area, but what was needed was a massage in some other part. So that's wonderful, Anna. I appreciate this conversation, and I actually really hope I can bring you back again, and we can even talk about the other aspect of how I know you, which is also through entrepreneurial women.
Yeah, I would definitely love to.
That's wonderful, Anna. Well, have a great day. Thank you for being on this podcast.
Thank you, Shilpa. I enjoyed it so much. And I would love for your audience to be able to check out the programs and get that relief as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The show notes will have your links as well as a link to your newsletter so that people can sign up for the promo code
don't forget the promo code.
It's very important. Yes, absolutely. And check out her videos. I just love her social media videos and your tips. And thank you so much for all the work you put out there.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're enjoying those.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye. Bye, Anna.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in, sweet soul. If you've enjoyed this episode, I would be so grateful for your kind review on Apple Podcast. Simply click on the link in the show notes to leave your lovely feedback and uplift our spirits. Your support means the world to me and helps our show thrive. So please show me your love and continue to practice Omni Mindfulness.